This is Home Link 6.2 of Everyday Math. More line segments, rays, and lines. Refer to the following notations to help your child draw and label line segments, rays, and lines. Now, just to review, a line segment is something that has a clear start point and a clear end point, with a straight line in the middle. A ray is something that has a clear start point and it has another point, however the line just continues, and that's shown by an arrow. The line continues, the ray continues. Line AB has 2 points along a line with 2 arrows on the end. So that's a line. A line has 2 arrows on the end, it keeps continuing. And for this home link, students are going to need to be familiar with the term parallel and intersecting. So this is page 99 in the reference book, and just to take a look, parallel lines are lines that run exactly beside each other on the same angle. They might be beside each other like this, they might be above and below each other, they might be vertically beside each other, but the point is they're on the same angle. So, for example, these lines are not parallel because this one tips this way and this one is a little bit flatter. These line segments are not parallel because one is going this way and another is going this way. Now, for intersecting means they cross. That's simply what it means. So, these lines cross each other, and I know that they're lines because they both have arrows on the end of them, and they cross each other. So they're intersecting. Now these are intersecting segments. They don't have arrows on them, but they do cross each other. So just to make sure we're familiar with what parallel lines and intersecting lines and segments are. So this says, use a straight edge and a sharp pencil to draw the following. Be sure to mark points and label the line segments, rays, and lines. Draw a line segment YZ that is parallel to AB. So I know that YZ needs to go in the same direction across. I can't tilt it, I can't draw it up and down, I have to draw it parallel. A great way actually to draw a parallel line is just to take your ruler, match it up with this line, so get it matched right on there. Then you can draw another line right underneath it. That's going to be parallel if your ruler is like most rulers are. And I can put a line segment like this, make it a line segment, and I can label it Y and Z. Okay, of course any other line that I have in between here will be a parallel line too. It may not be exactly parallel if I don't get the ruler straight, however, you want to do the best you can with that. Now next, this says draw a ray CD that intersects line EF. So this is line EF, this whole thing is line EF. I'm going to just take my ruler and cross. I'm going to make a line that crosses these. Okay, so I draw a straight line that crosses. Now I need to make this line, I need to make it a ray. I'm going to give it a clear start point and a clear ending point here. Okay, now I know my D is closest to the arrow. I put my D here. And then I know my C is going to be the other point. Okay, this is one way to do it. There is another way. You could come across the line this way if you wanted to. Okay, I could give it a clear start point down here. Give it a clear end point down here. My D is closest to the arrow, so just label it D up here by the arrow, and then label it C over here. So, and you could come through any part of the line. I mean, this whole line is EF, the way that it's labeled. So, next, draw 2 parallel rays, IS and NO. Well, again, I'm going to just take my ruler, because I know my ruler has parallel lines, and as long as I set it down here, I go straight here and straight here. I wouldn't want to draw a straight line and then pick it up and move it, because then it wouldn't be parallel. But if I just draw a straight line here and here, and don't pick it up and move it, then I know I have two parallel lines here. I need two parallel rays, so I'm going to give clear start points, clear ending point, not a clear ending point, an arrow on the end. I'll check which letter is closest to the arrow. It's the S, and this one it's the O. And then the N must be the start point here, and the I must be the start point here. This is two parallel rays, IS and NO. Now for this one, I need to draw two intersecting lines, and I remember intersecting means they are going to cross. So for this, I can simply draw two straight lines. Do one here, and as long as it crosses, it doesn't matter where I draw it. Need to make sure they're lines. I'm going to add some arrows to the ends of these here. And after I add my arrows, I'm going to pick a couple points on this line and make this M and Y. Doesn't matter where I draw the points as long as they're on the same line. And then I need to pick 2 points here. And I need to make sure one point is on this side of MY. That'll be A, and I need to make sure the other point is on this side. Okay, just that'll make it a little bit clearer. You could actually draw both points on the same side, if you wanted to. But just to make it clearer to see how this works and to see how this looks, this is two intersecting lines, MY and AN. Next, I need to draw a line segment, PO, intersecting ray, LA. So for this one, I'm going to first draw my line segment. And it's going to be intersecting, so I don't need to worry about parallel. But here's P and O, and then I need to draw a line right through it. It's going to be ray LA. Here we go. Here's my start point, here's my end point, and this is ray L, and this is going to be A, right up here, closest to the arrow. I have trouble fitting it in there, be careful. Draw a line PU parallel to ray RA. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw a line, and I know I'm going to need a ray that's parallel to it, so that's also going to be straight. And I'm going to put some arrows on the end here for my line P and U. There we go, P and U. And for my ray, give it a start point, R, and A. And an end point. And I just happened to notice on my rays up here, I didn't add the end points on them. I just put it by the arrows. I want to make sure I have an end point closest, an end point to this segment that shows where the ray is going to for these ones. So just be careful that you do that. Don't just leave it at the arrow, make sure you have a point that it connects to. Okay, that looks better. Very good. So this is Homelink Everyday Math, Homelink 6.2, more line segments, rays, and lines.